Welcome back to our channel. Yes, this is Calabos Podcast Sport Edition. My name is Casey, the field footballer, and of course, I have with me Englishman, the Chelsea Tomato. Welcome to the show, Englishman.
I
And of
greet you,
course,
my brother.
we have Clint, the field coach, my fellow, what do we call it? Please, what are we colleagues in the failure regime or Clint, when I see
You're
that,
right,
you
you're
know,
right,
let's
you're
bring the
right.
call.
You're right.
All right,
Welcome,
guys, thank you
guys.
for joining us. This is the Premier League review show, and of course, yes, where we talk about tactics, yes, team tactics, formations used in the previous matches. Of course, we're also looking at the results that came in within the weekend. Yes, team performances and all that. Of course, we'll still talk about a little about transfer, and yes, our predictions. Yes, our prediction show on Thursday. We need to review what happened. Yes, I know people like me. I got something. Clint got something. But Englishman, I can't say for you, but you speak for yourself. You have your mouth. Thank you very much for joining us all over the world here on Facebook. All right, so let's move in. Clint, before we start, please give us a rundown as regards what happened within the weekend for the results. You have it with you.
Yes. The results of
All
the
right.
games played over the weekend. Premier League game started on Saturday. Um, we have Brighton and Man U played out 2-1. Brighton won against Man U. Crystal Palace played at home at Selhurst Park against West Ham, which ended 0-2 to West Ham. Fulham played out a 2-1 win over Leicester City at Craven
Mm.
Cottage. Um, Man City were locked. The new boys, they were beating 4-1 at the Etihad. They went ahead to look for trouble by scoring
Mm.
first, but they lost that game 4-1. Southampton against Nottingham Forest ended in a 0-1 victory for Nottingham Forest. Spurs beat Everton Silly by 4 goals to nil at
Mm.
the Nottingham Hotspur Stadium in London. While Arsenal, my Arsenal, uh, we came against our nightmare last season. A team that beat
Mm.
us home and away last season, 1-0 in
Mm.
our home and 2-0 in our own home. We ended up beating them 2-0 at Villa Park. Then on
Mm.
Sunday, we had Bournemouth play out a 1-1 draw against Newcastle United at the Vitality Stadium. Um, the unthinkable, the one we didn't see coming. Chelsea beat Wolves 6-2 at the Molineux, while Liverpool ended the round of fixtures with a 2-0 win over Brentford at
Mm.
Anfield.
All
That's
right.
those results.
That was the result. All right. Let's move in. Let's move in directly, and of course analyze the games. Yes. First of all, let's start with Brighton, Manchester United. Wow, a good result for Brighton, Englishman. Did you envisage Brighton having something in that particular match?
I wouldn't lie to you. I never envisaged such. I knew that they are in their form and they are doing well. But all my communication was Man U winning or having a draw in that match. So Brighton actually pulled out a good one. Though is a kind of lucky to them, if say, because this is the last minutes of the added time, and
Mm.
they just pull in that. I think I might say, I don't know the reason why the coach of Man U is busy removing Maguire at the end of second
It
half.
was not. It was not performing. Now was he performing?
Yes, he was doing well. Those kind of removing and all those doesn't really make sense. Because you bringing in, especially removing defenders. If you are removing from striking force or midfield, it's easier. But when you want to remove a defender and bring in another defender, you must make sure that it's not something that will bring in commotion or whatever confusion in that line,
Mm,
because it's
mm,
very critical at that time.
all right.
If nothing happens, somebody that is already in the match, a defender that is already in the match, will always put in effort, not
I
but
get
that
you. I get you, Englishman. I get you. So in your opinion, removing Maguire from the defense line is destabilize their defense. That's what you're just trying to say. But then
exactly.
we have no. Let's move on. Let's move on. Tottenham Everton. Clean. Tottenham Everton was a 4-0. This is what they call walloping. I was thinking Tottenham Everton were a serious club. What happened in that particular encounter?
During the preview show, I mentioned it
Mm,
that based on what I saw in the first match, although Tottenham drew their first match, but you could see the desire for the players to play. You
mm,
could see the direction the coach was going to,
mm.
um, and it showed on the day with a complete. I'll call that a drubbing. Everton had no chance in that game. Um, Tottenham outplayed them. They were totally outplayed. Tottenham deserved that win. I saw it coming. I saw it coming. If you could remember on the preview show, I said it that it will be a good game, but Tottenham will have the day, and that is exactly
We'll
what
have the
happened.
day.
Mm.
Yes, I can remember you said that. Of course, we also had Crystal Palace West Ham 2-0. We also had Southampton Nottingham Forest. That match ended 1-0 in favor of Nottingham. Fulham
What I
Leicester.
said.
Yes, we actually expect. I actually expected Leicester to do more against Fulham,
Mm.
but in my opinion, I think the coach needs to use more of Mavididi. He was very instrumental when Maresca used him last season. He was short. He
Mm.
was like the main guy. But it happened that this current coach in Leicester, he tends to bring Mavididi from the bench, and that's not good. That's not good. He's a starter. He's a mass
I think
changer.
I think that also depends on the direction the coach wants to go to, right?
Mm.
It depends on coach's philosophy about the game. That's what makes the kind of players he uses. So I don't think he wants to go the same way Maresca went last season when they were playing in the championship.
Okay, but the point of argument is if a player tends to be like one of your best players coming in from last season, if your coaching techniques or your coaching method seems you will now want to be going northeast, when what brought you people glory was northwest, is it not enough reason for you to decide, okay, this northwest that brought glory, which players made them key? Because I can remember they were benching Ihe Nacho and Mavididi was having the game of his life. He's like the
Hmm.
hell of a dribbler. He knows how to carry the ball. He plays from the wing, can also play from the midfield. The guy is very good. When I see him sometimes, I see this, Ebereze, Okocha kind of
Yeah,
feel.
kind of
Yeah,
player. Yeah.
so in my opinion, I feel like maybe of course the coach has learned his lesson, but he played against a sordid Fulham side. Fulham have actually rejuvenated their system, right? They brought in new players.
With
They
our
brought in an
players, with our
attacker.
players,
Yes, our
we
boys are
try to
doing
help them.
well. They are doing well, but I'm still between them. But they need to come back
Yeah.
locally and do well. Not be to they do well for Obodo Yibo. All right, Man City, Ipswich Town. Yes, this was where I showed you guys that Mwawa Babola. I got. I know say that one I don't think you too. All right. So Manchester City got 4-1 against Ipswich Town. Of course, we expected them to score this. As a matter of fact, you predicted 4-0. English man
4-0,
predicted
yes.
5-0. So it's not a sudden, it's not a result we need to even talk about.
It's
If they scored
expected.
less
It was
than four,
expected.
we would have been disappointed with Man City. But of course, we have the Man City man, English man. Were you happy on that day or?
Yes, I wasn't happy because they conceived a goal, you know. Though I envisage is possible, you understand. But one other thought were telling me it might not really be possible. Yeah, but these guys did it. They scored. Even though they didn't play well, they Ipswich Town. You understand? Man City actually dominated the whole thing, having over 92% midfield control and everything. The shot on target was over 14 shot on, and I was hoping to see like 5-0 as I predicted last time, but anyway, you have it. Maybe they knew I'm always on their side. They just wanted to give somebody else that privilege
So,
to be happy.
any,
So
anyway, so who was expecting five and saw four is enough consolation. So no hit
It's still
loss, no
enough
hit gain,
consolation.
no pain at all. And I'm proud
yes,
of you, Englishman. Your team is flying. Your team is flying.
yes.
Of course, we now have Aston Villa, Arsenal. Aston Villa, Arsenal. We had the watch along session here on the studio, and that match ended 2-0. Unfortunately for Clint, you were off on that day. So let me give you the opportunity to air your mind now. Make yourself happy.
Aside making myself happy, I also make myself happy saying I had two predictions correct for the weekend. And
Mm.
it's not easy. It's not easy to know this game. Oh. It's not easy.
Mm.
It's not easy to study this game.
I can
So,
see.
in other words, the coach that you became a field coach, it's not like it has wasted because we
No,
can
no,
still
no,
see
no, no.
some traces
It's
and
still here.
sprinkles of
It's still here. It's
football
still here.
intelligence.
Yes, we just drop a bit.
Just something like that. All right, and of course,
It was a
you
good
like you
game.
said,
It was a good game.
yes.
Yeah, it's a sweet revenge for Arsenal to a team that stopped us from winning the title last season. It was a bitter pill for Arsenal to swallow last season, where you
Mm.
went to Aston Villa and you were defeated 1-0. Coming to your home, you played all the football you can and still lost 2-0. It
Mm.
was a bitter pill for Arsenal to swallow, and I'm happy that we got that revenge we are seeking for. It
Mm.
was a good game. The boys played well, and going forward, I know things will be very interesting.
At this particular point, are you still thinking the team is okay or they still need to get a striker?
The team is not yet okay because looking at that game, you see a lot of these chances where assuming you have a top striker, those chances will be put away immediately. Um, but I think the Arsenal team and the backroom staff are working on something huge. Well, we are hoping that it comes out well. That's it. That's it.
Mm. All right. Let's move on. Congratulations, Clint. Yes, you got your predictions right, and of course, your Arsenal made you happy. That's a good start to the season. You guys now, at least you have some good points in the bag, and if you must catch up with Man City, of course, the journey starts now. All right, let's
Now,
move on. Bournemouth, Newcastle. That match ended 1 goal draw to both parties, and of course, Bournemouth is, well, in short, the emphasis on Newcastle. Yes, Eddie Howe is a very good coach. He does a lot of good things, but he needs to put these boys together. He needs to put this game together if he must retain his position as Newcastle's coach next season. It's not like the results have been very bad, but then after so much investment from very rich owners, you want to show them that yes, you have a technical ability and the class to take the team to where the owners want the team to be after investing so much money. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Wolves Chelsea. Chelsea, my guy. you guys will permit me to have this laugh, even if it's going to
Enjoy.
be a short, yes, short term. Chelsea tormentor. I know this laugh is tormenting your soul now, but wait, just calm down. When we lose, you come back for me. But of course, that was a masterclass display from Chelsea, and of course, Madueke. He proved to the coach that Ogbeni, I suppose this team. I don't know what you are doing, oh, but if you use me, I will keep giving you hat tricks. And I was proud and happy for Madueke, Noni Madueke. Yes, he's, I don't know if he's still eligible to play for the Super Eagles, but we'll talk about that discussion when we have our qualifiers coming up. Let's leave that discussion. But then, congratulations to Chelsea. This does it rule out Englishman, you hate Chelsea, so I'll ask you this question. Does this win make you feel Victor Osimhen should just go to Saudi Arabia and not come to Chelsea? If you're a Chelsea owner, after seeing that display, do you think you will just advise the board? Let's move on from Victor Osimhen's situation.
As I said before, Victor Osimhen is not. I don't know how people are seeing everything, but I'm not saying he's not totally good or whatever. And if he comes, it's still a plus
The
for
plus,
Chelsea. You understand? If you don't, but nevertheless, the coach and the players are proving so otherwise as well. They did well playing Wolves more than the way Arsenal played Wolves. You understand? Chelsea dominated that game. The passes was good. I love the way they are moving. And but one thing I want to complain about and I wasn't happy was that Madueke. Immediately it scored hat trick. I discovered that when they brought in those new guys and they removed Palmer, they weren't happy giving him ball anymore. They don't want to supply him with more balls to score more goals. They were careful from at start. They were now looking the other way, which wasn't good because I was thinking that Chelsea will able to score more. Yes, if you watch it, you discover that they stopped giving him ball even when he's free.
they stopped giving only Madueke the ball to score.
Exactly. You understand? And what that wasn't good. That is not team play. No matter even if the person has scored 100, if the person is always positioned to do more better, allow him to,
To shine.
because I thank you. But I didn't see it with those new lineup that they brought in second half in when they removed Palmer. It wasn't. I wasn't happy about it.
Englishman, the season is still open, and
Mm,
so many players are leaving. As a matter
yeah.
of fact, I think most of these players still believe that okay, we need to shine. If we don't shine, we'll be shown the door, either to be sold out or to go on loan. And of course, London, over here in England, London is like the city where you want to ball and stay. So I
Mm.
guess maybe when those guys came in, they also felt like, see, we need to prove to the coach that we are not just here to make up the numbers, we can make it work. And maybe
But,
yes, but you interpreted it the way, because of course, every watcher of the game will interpret it the way they see it.
but
And
let
I'm
me,
just
let,
making excuse for them,
yes, I
not because
understand
what
that
I'm saying
excuse
is
you're
right,
making for
but I'm
them.
just saying
But now
the
look
window
at
is
it
still
this
open.
way. The person they are trying to impress, which is the coach and the management of that team, they are equally seeing what I'm seeing. If you don't have that IQ to know that this guy is free and any ball you pass to him is best
Could be counted
how
as an
measured.
assist actually.
Yes, and all this. Then you are now giving it to another person. They will see you otherwise. That means you are
Yes,
even making now hitting yourself for it doesn't make
yes.
sense.
That's
So
true. Englishman, I'm with you on that. Of course, if you deny a player a chance, of course, you deny yourself an assist
And
record.
assist, true.
Yes. But now let's ask you, Clint. There's another story that developed from that particular encounter. We're talking about Nicholas Jackson and Mikel Obi. So after he scored, he went online and he tweeted, Mikel Obi, shut the F up. um, we are killing ourselves as Africans. Let's not do that. Yeah, so in that frame, that was the kind of tweet he released. is he right professionally to issue that kind of post out against a legend? And is it something you think the club should act on?
Um, Jackson was wrong. Just like we discussed about osimhen here when he had an outburst about national team coach.
Mm,
Mikel Obi is a legend in the game, both for Nigeria and Chelsea. He gave everything he had for Chelsea at his prime. And when I see legends of the game talking about their teams, it's not out of hate. It's that passion to see the team do well. Jackson is wrong for calling him out, using the effort on him. He's wrong. Jackson has not even done um, 1/10 of what Mikel did for Chelsea.
mm, mm.
So Mikel was within his right to say whatever he said against Jackson because of his passion for the game and for the team to do well. Jackson is wrong.
Mm. But then, all right, but is this something you think clubs should act on? He's an ex-legend, but is it something you think, okay, clubs should say, no, guy, this is a disrespectful whatever against our legend? Is it obtainable?
I don't know how the Chelsea team treats their issues, but if it's for Arsenal, I know for a sure that he will be asked to apologize. And if he does not do that, the way Arsenal do their thing, you'll be frozen out of the team before you know. You're not even the
You're
best of
not
the
even
best
you're,
when it
you
comes.
not even have a base in the team.
Yes,
You
if
manage to
Arsenal
score
for a player like
one
No, I
a
want
player
to
like
add something.
Aubameyang was frozen out of the team. A player like Aubameyang at his prime was frozen out of the team because of what he said to the
at
coach.
his prime, oh, at his prime.
Yes. So for us, if it was to be Arsenal, he will be asked to apologize or he will face the implication.
Let me add something. I know that what he did was actually wrong. But if I'm the coach, I wouldn't act. I wouldn't do anything concerning it. I will only caution him privately and tell him face your career and do best. But apart from that, let me add. I've been mute on the issue of Jacqueline
Mm,
because some people see players differently. That guy is good in that team. Apart from scoring only one goal or managing to score as we narrated, I'm not seeing it as managing. There are dangerous passes that he started that ended up being goals in that match. Even the Palmer's assist, like two assists or so to this guy, to Madueke. You understand? That guy made some dangerous touches that started those. Just go and watch those matches. Go and watch his touches. There are some powerful touches, well experienced, well good. If you watch it, these are the things you look at in players. He does it in most of the matches. So people complaining that he's not scoring goal, he's not doing that. He mustn't be the one to score, even though he's the striker. There are so many things.
But
I
Yes,
like how
Englishman,
you
but
said,
Englishman,
even though he's
Englishman.
even though he's a
Sorry, let
striker,
me cut you. Sorry, let
must
me
he
cut
must
you.
score goal.
His
That is his role.
primary duty as a
Is
striker
to
is to
score
score
goal.
goals. And when
and
you
when you
fluff
are
your
not
line,
giving those things
hold on,
for
hold
him
on,
that
hold on.
will
When
bring
you
up
fluff your
a very
lines,
good pass to score,
No,
hold
in
on.
it
When
this
is
you
man,
very
fluff your
well.
they
lines
give him
on
assist, they
on
give
one
him ball.
occasions, when you had a good chance to score and you fluff your lines, it's a
Mm.
no. You're no longer a good striker. You're not going a team player. So imagine someone going through the stress of making a good pass to you, and you find yourself one on one with goalkeeper, and you fluff your lines. You are busy
You
debating.
you you
Do I
you
use my
you
right
you
leg
talk to
or do I
you
use my
talk to
left leg?
Enyimba
It
striker.
doesn't. It
But
doesn't.
no, but so many people do the same thing in other this thing. Yes, so many strikers do
If
the
you're
same
a
thing.
growing player and you want to be called the best, when you have the chance, even if it's 3 in 5 chances and you bury them, nobody will come out for you. But when you bury 1 in 20 chances, that's a red flag. Why is Chelsea looking for an osimhen if you think Jackson is that striker you need?
Mm.
They had that belief in him last season, but he fluffed his lines most times, if not all the times.
I'm
And
seeing your
and
eyes.
he was
You
giving
want to, you
a
want to,
lot
you
of
want Chelsea to be useless. I know what your, I
no,
know your
see,
plan.
No, no.
Englishman, I get your sentiment, right? But like Clint and myself, like what we said, your primary duty as a striker is to score goal,
Mm.
right? But his problem is actually not his fault. It's Chelsea's hierarchy's fault. So we are here saying Jackson is not good enough to be the number one striker in Chelsea, right?
Mm.
Jackson is not Jackson's problem that the club don't want to bring in another player and they are still using him. He's playing to his ability. Like you said, he has some touches. I've watched him too, and I'll give it to Englishman. He has some touches, quite alright. He has some, some assist kind of whatever. But if he's an eight, let him be an eight. But if you're a top striker, a top nine, your primary role is to score goals. Most strikers that came to Chelsea that were scoring goals, they were playing good too, and they had touches.
Yes,
They had touches. But
the
at the
likes of
end, they had to
Drogba.
leave. They had to leave because they did not bring you to have touches. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, touches will not even count at the end of the day. It's either your touch enter assist or your touch
But
enter
it's
goal.
a team play, but it's all about team play, right?
But let's give it to Jackson. He's a decent striker. He's probably one of the strikers that you can use as a team player. If your top striker is off, you bring in just like someone like Nketiah. Nketiah is not
Uh-huh.
bad. He's a good player. But an Arsenal in that mode, you shouldn't have someone like an Nketiah as your top
As
nine.
a top nine, no.
We're
No.
not talking of Crystal Palace. This is not Reading or Coventry. We're talking of Arsenal. We're talking of Chelsea. Man City is doing the business because they have Haaland.
Yes,
They don't
that's
still
right.
go score. They don't still go score. Haaland will score hat-trick. Haaland will score one, score two. That is how Man City won the league last season. Not like they played the best of football. They managed struggle to overcome Liverpool at the time, overcome even Chelsea towards the end, and that's how they. It was Haaland goals now. What do you think? Did they bring Haaland to
Yes,
be doing touches? And they were criticizing Haaland that Haaland does not know how to play football. He just knows how to score. Now, but guy, his alert is increasing.
that's why he
His
was
payment is
bought.
increasing. His allowance for scoring is. That is why you're a striker now. Why will he have the same touches as De Bruyne? Is he supposed to? De Bruyne's work is to have touches and give assists. Haaland's work is to be in that box
Score goals.
as a point man
Position yourself
and
and score goals.
knocking the goal. If osimhen goes to Chelsea and he doesn't
Hmm.
score, we would also criticize him in this
We will
podcast.
call him out.
We'll call him out. So we are not trying to say because
So why will you pressurize, put weight and all this for them to get to see me, and you say you still come out to criticize him? Why?
if
Why are you
osimhen does
having
not
doubt?
perform,
Why he does not deliver,
Why
you will
is it?
criticize.
Why must you put if Osimhen does not perform? Why must it be doubt? Why we are saying he will be good in Chelsea team?
see,
Why?
okay,
English
You
man,
can
calm
Englishman,
down,
imagine.
calm down. Do
Englishman,
like
I
this.
like your I
Do
like
like
your
this. Do like
question.
this.
I like your
Do like
question, but
this.
I need to
Nothing is guaranteed in football. Nothing is guaranteed in football.
good.
That's the truth.
See,
Nothing is guaranteed.
you can be injury prone and
Yes.
you are not delivering.
You will now call an
You are
injury
not
prone
doing what the
person.
club brought you to do. Why
Okay.
did you think Hazard retired from football very early? He was still a good player. Everybody knows in the
Yes.
world Hazard in Madrid is still a very fantastic player when he's fit. But he was never fit. And he told himself some clubs were still even ready to buy him, even if it's for the jersey
Even
sales.
Saudi Arabia, US, they
Yes, he still
wanted
had
him.
offers, but he was honest to himself that no, I can't keep playing, entering a club and I've not even touched ball and I'm having. So injury can take you out of the team. And they called Hazard out. When you're talking of Hazard, one of the best players in the world, everybody will say is Hazard of Chelsea, not Hazard of Madrid. So
Mm.
even the Hazard said they don't put command inside in performance to tell you that Baba, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing. Alright, so that's like Clint was also saying. Not see, it can be anything. He can go there, he can decide also to lose his scoring boots. We've seen strikers, made established strikers in Chelsea that came and they
Fernando
were not able to
Torres.
perform. Torres,
Fernando
there are
Torres.
plenty now. There are plenty. If you start to
He
call
was
Chelsea
doing
strikers
well.
that did not perform,
Got to
there are
Chelsea, he could not
plenty.
perform.
All right, but it did not make them bad players. They were still top class players. Even the likes of them Baba, they were still top class players. As a matter of fact, Nicolas Jackson reminds me of them Baba.
Then,
But
but the Papa
let's
was scoring. Oh. The Papa was scoring. He was
no, the Baba
scoring.
was scoring. The Baba
Ah,
was a good player. To be fair, he was better than Jackson. If we are to put 10, they are both Senegalese players, so it's good to even rate them side by side. I was about to do that post on our page, but then I think I forgot about it. But now let's move on. Let's move on. That's enough for Jackson. He needs to, of course, respect legends. See, Mikel, like we said, Mikel is Mikel, right? He has done a lot for Chelsea. He has done a lot for Super Eagles. He has had records. He has gotten trophies and all that. Everybody can attest that, okay, Mikel, yes, sometimes he sat on the bench, but when he came in, he had a purpose, he had a drive. A player that stayed in Chelsea for 12 years is not fluke. Chelsea is not a club that keeps you when you are not, and he did not go on loan. No. He played for 12 good years. So when
yes,
people
true.
are discrediting Mikel, I don't know where the sentiment is coming from. But yeah, Deba. Yeah, let's move on. Liverpool. What did Liverpool play? Who did Liverpool play again? They played
They played
Brentford.
Bradford. Yeah,
Yes.
Brentford.
Bradford.
And it
Mm.
was 2-0. Clint lead the way for Liverpool.
It was expected. Remember, I tell you the last in the preview show when Brentford had a good game in the first match. Liverpool had a good game also. But I predicted that was going to take the day because they will have too much for Brentford. Brentford is a decent side, no doubt, but that Liverpool attack,
Now that attack is so bloody.
ah,
That attack is bloody. Diaz,
ah,
that guy. That Diaz, he looks like someone that does not have flesh. But the football
he
is
does not
playing,
have conscience. The
it's
boy
what
does
they
not have
call bone
conscience.
to bone. The
He
football
does
is,
not have
is bone to
conscience.
bone. That guy
I'm
is
telling you.
ruthless.
I'm telling you.
We're not
So
even
so
talking of Jota. That
ah,
Diaz.
hmm.
Then
So
Salah is still
they
there.
just have too much for. They have too
Salah
much
is still there,
for
serving
and
ram,
I see
serving
them.
Salah meat. That
That Diaz is something else.
I'm telling you, that guy. Well, let's hope the season is still starting. But of course, even last season he proved his mettle. To be fair to him, but you know sometimes Liverpool is just one club that they don't make noise, but they perform.
Yes.
Mm.
You get. If it's not like Diaz were to be in Manchester United now, media for don dey. There's just something about Liverpool. Their players are on low key. But
Mm.
Mm.
inside that low key, they are hitting the high notes, F sharp.
Yes, true.
Those guys are those guys are hot.
You
We
just
need
have
to
to
give
bring
it
music
them.
into it.
Yes. I expected Brentford, of course. Like, I predicted a 0-0. I expected Brentford to. You know, they still have Ivan Toney. Yes, he's supposed to go to Al Ahly, but then
But he
they
didn't
still
play. He
have
didn't
it.
play.
Yes,
He
he
was
didn't
not even
play
on the bench.
because he's supposed to move to Al Ahly. So when I
Yeah.
was saying that they would draw, I had it in mind that he would play, you know, at least because when that guy is on the pitch, at least it will make most of Liverpool defenders they won't be playing high line. When you have a star striker, that's one thing that they even do to Chelsea. That's why some teams win Chelsea. If your striker is fast and can move behind defenders, your the opposing defenders cannot play a high line because they'll be easy to beat. Someone like Osimhen is on the pitch. You need to go
Hmm.
back.
Hmm.
You need to go back because
Don't
one
play
through
Ireland
pass,
against Osimhen
yes, one through
because
pass to an
he
open
has
space.
speed. He has
He
speed
wins his speed, get the ball, use his body,
and he's
steal the
strong.
ball,
Yes,
and you can't
he's
take him
strong.
down. But Jackson don't really have that kind of whatever. So, but then we've talked about Jackson a lot. Let's not be like we're ruining his career, but he needs to do more. And he needs to do more. All right. So now let's move on. Let's move on to our prediction. I guess we've talked about all the games that happened this weekend and what the teams need to do. Now we also have some pending transfers, but we will have a transfer session very soon. Tomorrow, of course, I'll have a Clint or an Uche. We'll talk about transfers because we have Emmanuel Ugarte moving to Manchester United, Eddie Nketiah to Nottingham Forest. We have a lot of players. If Anthony is going to Al Ahly from Brentford, Chelsea resigned, of course, Diabolic.
Educator also has
Yes, Educated is
offer
going to
from Crystal
Nottingham.
Palace. Crystal
Yes, going
Palace.
to Nottingham.
The Nottingham Forest deal is off.
Oh, he's off. So he's moving
Yes,
to Crystal Palace
Crystal
now.
Palace. Arsenal is
All
discussing
right.
with Crystal Palace right now.
So we'll talk about all that, of course, in a transfer session, which will be coming out tomorrow. Of course, our fans, please, if you're with us on Facebook and YouTube, please check with us. We'll go live again tomorrow. We'll talk about transfers, and of course, it's 7 days countdown, and we need to know what is happening because within these 7 days, of all the transfers moving on, we want one bulk man to move from
Mm.
Napoli to Chelsea. If that is
Or
the only
Arsenal.
transfer that goes this season
Or
that
Arsenal.
follow water,
Or Arsenal.
or
Chelsea or
Arsenal,
Arsenal.
If it's Arsenal,
Mm.
I'm very happy. If it's Chelsea, I'm happy. But if Arsenal, I'm very happy because I need my boy to go to a club where he will just be like Haaland. They do what they
They won't be
want.
scoring goals.
Just go stand there and be scoring the goals so that Englishman will be happy. Because this thing Englishman is doing now, when he goes to Arsenal and Baba don dey give us hat trick, you understand? Say the same Englishman will come on this podcast and say, "Hey, Clint, I don't know, osimhen is that good." Englishman, I am giving you a prophecy, and if it comes to pass and osimhen goes to Arsenal, of course, you will come back to this podcast to testify because we know what he can do. He's too good for the Premier League sef. If someone like Haaland does not even have, Haaland is not even flexible. Very
Yeah.
stiff.
Zero technique.
That guy cannot move over 45 degrees in spins. No. But you see
Yeah.
that his Ibemuku, that his leg, just
Yes.
like a robot. He wants to shoot, he enter. Wants to shoot, he enter. Guardiola will be like, oh, when he just they shoot, they collect your bonus. That's what you're here for. He doesn't even defend. Haaland does not defend. He's not
Yeah,
telling
but
you to be playing your
Osimhen will
massive
defend.
attack, massive. He just
Osimhen will
sits there.
defend and give you goals also.
Anyway, yeah,
He will defend.
Osimhen is good. He is good. He is good.
So I saw a post on Twitter and somebody was saying we need to look at this thing critically. Why would even a Madrid spend that money on that their small boy they went to buy? Like this for me right now is becoming a disrespect that Osimhen is still being talked about. Like, see, for real, he's one of the world best strikers. Everybody's talking about him. ESPN, BBC, Super Sports, Sky Sports. Everybody is saying Osimhen move. What is it about this club that is still delaying them? Is it because he's an African? Is there something we are supposed to talk that we are not talking? Is there an information we are supposed to they are not talking?
Yes, information is character-wise, your team play, your rapport with teammates.
This
That is
has
the
nothing
other
to do with
thing.
character now, Englishman. Character is not what is in the media why they are not signing
It's
him.
not, it will not be in the media now
No,
because it's
no.
not part of
What I think the problem is there was rumors of Osimhen leaving last January,
Mm.
but it did not materialize, right? So he signed a new deal with Napoli, which came with a very high transfer implication. Right now, his transfer is what's it called? The wage bill will be high. The transfer fee will also be high because he extended his contract. So there's a lot to look at. And Napoli, they are not ready to budge. But from what I'm seeing, the club from Saudi Arabia offered 65 million euros, and Napoli said they are ready for it. They are open to that transfer. Meaning, if another club comes for him, this similar amount, they will let him go.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I see with it.
Okay, I want to be positive that of course,
So
like you said, because
you wouldn't want to go to Saudi Arabia now.
You
yes,
should
there
not go
are
to
there are
Saudi Arabia.
offers for Saudi Arabia, but his agent calendar has come out to say Osimhen is not a good, he's not a good, or it's not
Yes.
good and whatever that will be shipped to far distance
Mm.
for an unseen prophet. of course, he was referring to Romelu Lukaku.
Yes.
We need to understand, the way this whole thing is going. There's a whatever to it. There's a whatever to it. The dynamics of this transfer window is Napoli. They are thinking that Chelsea needs osimhen,
Mm.
so they want to get more money.
They want to maximize.
They want to maximize that opportunity. Chelsea too, on the other flip side, is saying that even without osimhen and Lukaku, is not well with Napoli's team. As a matter of fact, they lost 3-0 in their first opening Serie A match. Do you get? So both parties are thinking, no, you need it more than we need the other guy. The other one is saying, no, we need it more than
Osimhen did Osimhen play that match?
Osimhen did not
They
play.
did not.
He will not
Lukaku
play.
that they want. So that's why they want that Lukaku. And Napoli is also thinking, even the Lukaku deal has not gone. And the reason is Chelsea need more money from Lukaku.
Because they need to balance the books.
They want to balance the books, but then Napoli is saying, why should we give you more money for Lukaku when even the Lukaku is not even your first team? So Chelsea are asking about 40-something million pounds. And Napoli say, no, we want to give like 30-something million pounds. And that's like a difference of 10 million pounds. That's big money for a player that is not even in your team. So if they don't buy Lukaku, it's certain that Lukaku will not even still play in Stamford Bridge this season.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like you are hyping a want-away striker. You still want to get more money because the coach in the other team in Napoli is saying, I need this guy by fire, by force. So both people are trying, they are just trying to knock their head, and everybody is trying to be smart about it. But of course, this is transfer deadline, 7 days down, 6 days remaining. Things have to move. Right? One team needs to just step down from the high horse and say, okay, fine, we've done this argument for so long. We need this player, we need this other player. Let's just see how we can make it work. As a matter of fact, this is where you see most of these club presidents, they even do the meetings. So it's not more about the agents. They just need to do the meetings themselves. So okay, let's just minimize our loss or gain and just move on. Because at the end of the day, the Antonio Conte in Napoli is not ready to use osimhen because he just wants Lukaku. He has won Lukaku. So his whatever treble he won with Inter Milan was with Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez. So he feels like, okay, I still have Cravistella. I have good guys in Napoli. I just need that Lukaku figure to come and give me what I want, right? And the osimhen has already said, I want to leave. So it's not a situation of begging Conte to still take osimhen. Osimhen has already tendered that I'm leaving. So it's a very precarious situation, and both teams are trying to just maximize the opportunity and make more money from each other. But then, that is what it is. However, as a Chelsea fan, I'm even saying, people like osimhen should not be in the market for so long. It's almost tantamount to disrespect. It's disrespect because you need to. This guy is aside Haaland. Who else in the world of football can I say
as a striker? As a striker, there's none.
As a striker.
As a striker.
Nobody. As a striker. All right. We've established that fact enough. Of course, we also look at our predictions. Yes, just to make it clear to our fans and to following us for the predictions. Clint won the week predictions. Right now, Clint has 2 points. Yes, he won the Brighton Manchester prediction, and of course, he won the Arsenal Aston Villa. Yes, he won the Arsenal Aston Villa prediction. That's 2 in his bag. All right, the field footballer myself, my humble self, I won just one.
So how come the favorite people are winning?
4-1 prediction. So I have 1 point. What the Englishman say?
He said, how come the favorite people are winning?
The Englishman, that's you need to understand that fail is not really fail. The fail means that we are good, but we didn't go far.
We didn't get to the peak of our careers.
We didn't get to the peak of our ambition.
You people didn't persist. Consistency.
Alright, so from the man that persisted, he did not get any points. Englishman, how I enter.
Wow, wow, wow. Casey, nice one, nice one.
All right, so Englishman from the last week they match, he has 0 points. So right now we have 2-1-0, and of course, we need to
So,
understand we have the sum of 500,000 naira to win at the end of the season from all our predictions. All right, congratulations to Clint. You have. I will not give you. I will not give you cup, but I'll just give you small juice because at the end of the day, whoever wins at the end of the season will have champagne, showering over the studio to make everybody happy at the end of the day.
yeah.
All right, all right. Thank you very much for joining us. What are your parting words for the forthcoming season? I mean, let us hear from you. It's still very early to say who is going to win or who is going to become second, who is going to be top four. Of course, the season is still, we can still, okay, Man City will likely be in top four, Arsenal, maybe, Liverpool, St. Tracy's, Newcastle, I'm not sure, Tottenham, Chelsea, but after the 6-2, we are going to say, okay, maybe they might just be in top four. But we are not sure, it's still very early. But then, let's hear from you in the comment section. Talk to us. Yes, on YouTube, talk to us on Facebook. We want to hear from you. This is your family sports show, sport edition here in the Carapos studio. All right, this is where we'll draw the curtain to the week end preview show for the Premier League. We'll see you again. Yes, we have on Thursday, we have our prediction session on Thursday. We also have transfer windows deadline sessions. We'll have that tomorrow, and we'll have that next tomorrow. We have to go with the countdown till the transfer deadline. We need to know what is happening in the world of sport, and of course give our fans up to date information as regards players going either sides of the globe. All right, thank you very much for joining us all over the world. My name is Casey, the field footballer, and of course I was in this session with Englishman, the Chelsea tormentor, and Clint, the field footballer. From all of us in the studio, we say bye bye.
So, bye bye.
Au revoir.